I have 5 tips for people and their skin, and they're a little bit different. And this comes from that holistic view. So, my first one, I know everyone hears 1,000 times a day, drink water, drink water, drink water. So, I'm going to say drink water, but not just drink water, drink salt water. So, adding some type of salt, like good quality pink salt or trace minerals to our water is really important because sadly today a lot of the water is just flushing through our body. And so when we're saying drink water for glowing skin, sometimes our body is not actually retaining the water we need for glowing skin. And so people wonder, they like drink a gallon a day and their water still, or their skin is still dry. So I recommend adding a little bit of high quality salt to your water in the morning or like trace minerals, and you will notice such a difference in the water retention in your skin instead of it just flushing through. So I'm really big on that. It's good to do first thing in the morning. It kind of sets you up through the rest of the day for your body to retain the water that it needs and then get rid of the rest. Couple big pinches of salt to where you're like, I feel weird putting this in my water, and then a little bit of lemon to kind of help with that salt taste. There's also something called trace minerals that you can find on Amazon, and it has like it's sodium, magnesium, potassium, I believe. And you can just do drops of that in your water. That's really easy. You can also put it in your kids' water bottles. Just like 2 drops for a kid, you would do like 20 drops for an adult. But if you're going to do salt, you want to, I would also Google, there's a certain type, you want to use this high quality pink sea salt. It's not just the sea salt you see at the store. It's called real salt. So if you even Google like salt that you should add to water, that salt will come up, and that's the one you want. Not just definitely not table salt or flaky salt, but that certain pink salt. Just like adding a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar will really help with skin dryness. So just a little bit of that, and then you'll probably want to do more lemon. Tip number 2 for me is going to be full body and face exfoliation with a dry brush. I am a really big fan of lymphatic drainage, and especially right now, like when we feel like we're kind of hibernating and our skin is dry and we're not like shedding as many layers, so to say. I love every single morning before the shower, like a strong dry brush, and you always want to go towards your heart. But I highly recommend people keeping a dry brush around like before you get in the shower. So not only is it going to help your body and face glow, but it's just going to help with that detox process, which also helps your skin glow. So there's so many things that we can do to ourselves for free that can improve the quality of our skin, and dry brushing is one of them for me. They also make small face dry brushes that I use on clients. They're really inexpensive, so are dry brushes, but that would be my second tip, especially for right now in this weather. Good dry brushes, I would say, are like a medium bristle. They're not super soft, they're not super hard. You don't want to be scratching your skin, but you want to feel that stimulation. It's recommended to do it first thing in the morning before you get in the shower on completely dry skin. Starting at your feet, you go up your legs and do several strokes. And it becomes like you get kind of hooked on it. Once you start doing it, it's like it kind of feels like your second coffee in a way, at least for me. It kind of re-wakes me up, especially if you go into a cold shower after, which I am like not the best at. But yeah, so I would say in the morning before you get in the shower, whole body, always going towards the heart, on dry skin, and then just rinse off in the shower. And then you want to do some type of moisturizer afterwards. Tip number 3 is going to be to take your omegas, an omega supplement. And this is for me kind of kind of an example of total skin and wellness. So for example, omegas are really, really good to help with anxiety and depression. A lot of times when people are having anxiety and depression, they are very low in their omegas. It's something that really would say, take your omegas. After a few months, you will notice a difference in your mind and your skin. So it will definitely help moisturize the skin, help it glow. And then it'll also help with your mind as well and easing some of those mental health things that come up. A lot of us have that very low in our American diet. The next tip that I'm sure people are sick of hearing, but I'm going to say it, and it's wear sunscreen every single day, even if you are sitting inside. So a lot of people think, they're only going to put it on if they're going to, their kid's soccer game or they're going to the beach or whatever. But I think what women don't realize is, say you put sunscreen on 7 o'clock in the morning to take your kid out. First of all, the UV index is not as high at that time. That sunscreen has now worn off. And then if you're running errands at noon with a bare face, you're getting all of that straight onto your face. So it's like really just wearing sunscreen every single day, even inside, just wearing sunscreen no matter what, because and reapplying if you think you need to in the middle of the day. And just being aware of the UV index when it comes to that. Like check on your iPhone. And if when you can scroll down on the weather, if the UV index is really high, like make sure you and your whole family is covered in sunscreen. And if it's really low, you can probably skip it during that time and just soak in the vitamin D. 5 is going to be to use non-toxic products. This is something I'm really passionate about. Especially in females products today, female and male, there are a lot of parabens, fillers, fragrance, things that actually disrupt our hormones. And it can have a big effect on especially women's bodies because it's really making its way into our bloodstream because we're using a lot more than men. So right now, I'm so grateful that so many clean skincare lines have come out, clean makeup lines have come out. It's really something now. It's like you don't need to be putting fragrance on your face. You don't need fragrance in your skincare. You don't need fillers in your skincare. The clean brands are just as good today, if not better, in my opinion. So I would really encourage people to ditch the toxic products. If there's 1,000 ingredients that you can't read, it's probably not the best. And I would just encourage people to do their research and really start using clean products on their skin. And you will feel a difference. You'll start to notice a difference too, just in your overall well-being when you're not constantly putting these like fragrances and fillers onto your skin, and your skin can really start to breathe. You'll feel that internally too. It's a different feeling. Some don'ts, I would say. One simple don't would be over exfoliating and using too many acids on the skin, scrubbing too hard. We can be a lot more gentle with our skin than people think. So I would say over exfoliating would be a don't. Another don't I would say is fragrance on the face. That is just not something that we want to be putting there. And then my third don't would be not shaving your face if you do have facial hair. I love like dermablading and getting all of that peach fuzz off because it makes such a difference in the way that skin products absorb into the skin. It makes a difference in the way makeup sits on the skin. So I think some people are a little afraid of it. You can watch videos. Tiffany, I'll make a video of how people can do this at home. But it really can make a huge difference in your skin. And it also helps with keeping your skin clear. It helps with that detox process on your face as well. So that would be my third tip is not shaving your face if you do have facial hair.
If people come in and they want Amber's 5 tips, we can have them ready to go in a basket for them to buy. It's really just like a kickstarting package to like self-care that involves your skin, right? They can go online or come here. I think a lot of women and men, they go and they want that quick fix, right? Okay, let's get Botox, let's get Dysport, give me a filler, and then I'm going to have to come back in a couple months. But we're really not addressing the hydration of the skin. We're not addressing the hormones and the supplements that you need individually so that in 10 years from now, you're not continuing just to get Botox with more and more wrinkles coming, right? It's a preventative measure. And I think that's what really differentiates us is we're not looking just for a quick fix to something to make you feel better for the next couple months. This is like something long term. You leave here a better person with better skin. And whatever that means for that person, that's what that means.
If they don't feel good, I love helping them in that journey to get there.